What promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. For the Miami Heat, they are coming off a good outing against the Celtics.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast. And that's why they call him the Pistol. One of the most entertaining scorers in the game, and finding that one from deep.
Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
The shot's good from Mullen.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot game of Mullen, excellent. Tremendous confidence in that shot, as well he should have, because he's lethal.
Scooped up. Chandler.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And even 3-on-3 break. And the rejection by Smith.
He's always a talented defender. Smith staying active and isn't scared to go after the tough blocks.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Maravich. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And another of these young, talented players out of Canada. R.J. Barrett is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attacker who loves to get downhill.
And they double up Cunningham. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Heat leading by 4. SGA with the ball. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Now, here is Maravich. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A gifted aerial artist. Smith loves getting to the hoop.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And O'Neal is simply a beast. Jermaine O'Neal, a long, athletic, big guy with a nice shooting touch from mid-range.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now, here is Maravich. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
The combo card skill set of Maravich really does a nice job of drawing defensive attention and then passing to teammates.
And it's SGA penetrating. No good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Had a hand on it.
Nance, one of the superb shot blockers in the game, just has a real good sense of when to elevate on the defensive end.
Here's O'Neal. Lays it up off the glass. O'Neal's got 9 points.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
to the middle. And Kessler throws it down.
Doncic, so multifaceted. A stat sheet stuffer supreme. He does everything, including dropping down.
And that one's good, SGA.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Mullen buries the long-range jumper. Mullen's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Rockets.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
Towns down low. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And sometimes Baker just too much for defenders, which is why this guy gets fouled so often.
Houston trails by 4. Doncic left side. Fades and shoots. Again, the Rockets score.
I think it's the in-between game, along with his savvy and ball handling, that separates Luka as a world-class scorer.
Out to Gervin. Driving the lane. And the layup's good off the glass.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce as he's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Franz Wagner was asked to describe his game, and he said, I don't know if there's someone who I would say I play really close to. I'm like a tall guard. I try to do a lot of different stuff out there, and I hope when you see me play, you see that I'm having fun and I'm playing for the right reasons. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Now, here's Gervin. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Baker with the bucket.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. The quick look, no good that time. To the paint. Here's Baker. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Threw it down, and Baker scared the rim in the process.
And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Heat leading by 4. Here's Marley. Deflects the pass. Towns, high post. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
I think you got to give props to the defensive male. He's known as an offensive player, but he keeps his eyes moving, his arms and hands active, which helps him get steals.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Heat out front. They lead by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Miami.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Tell you what, they have outworked the opposition and have capitalized on the putbacks, bagging their own groceries tonight, boys.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Here, the kick out to Towns. Rebound by Smith. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 5-point game. Here's Wagner. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Wagner's got his first 2 points of the night.
Textbook play inside. Wagner doing everything right in that case.
Gervin with the steal. Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 5.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Cunningham's shot is off. Here's Barry. Nothing on the board. Towns down low. And the dunk by Towns.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, great as a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
And it's good for 2.
And Marley, boy, I tell you what, he does a nice job being creative inside, exploiting any holes close to the basket.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Well, you know, Clark, anticipation is key in this NBA game. So often it seems the great ones can see a play ahead.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. It's one of the things I look for in players. How do they see the floor? Do they make passes based on anticipation versus reaction? It's almost like somebody playing checkers and another guy playing chess. The very best players seem to be chess players. Good decision. That time by Wagner, taking it straight line to the rim. The defense had no chance to stop it.
Here's Mayo. Banked in off the glass. Mayo's got his first bucket in this one.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Here's Smith. The rebound by Gervin.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Houston trails by 5. Reed down low. Hasn't made one yet. It's hauled in by the Heat. Down low. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And the Heat with some changes. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And there's the call on Roy. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. So it'll be R.J. Barrett shooting. It's going to be on Chris Mullin. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, hopefully it's not from lack of effort on his part. But his free throw shooting, compared to what he did last year, has been terrible.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Alperen Sengun. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Many players, Clark, can drive in and step back, but you do both as well as Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. He's special in that regard, and sometimes he can do both of those things in the same play, even multiple times. I mean, he's a ball-dominant guy, but he's got special scoring ability. His footwork is a big part of it, his ball handling, and his size. I mean, his size is deceptive, and I think underlooked sometimes in how he's able to do what he does with the basketball.
Clock at 2. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Heat leading by 8. Rugged finish from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Kicks it out to Mullen. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. SGA's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Heat.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Back to Mullen. This one for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mullen's got his third bucket of the night.
As pure a shooter as you'll find. Mullen's deadly from all 3 levels.
And so here is Houston. They trail by 9 points. On the wing, Mullen. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Pass the roll. Maravich with the steal. Mullen with the ball. Now SGA defending. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And how about also the ability to contest shots? They're staying attached and contesting and coming away with blocks as well.
And it's Durbin missing. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Count that one.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
To the inside. And Towns throws it down.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
Kicks it out to Mullen. 3-point. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, it's so much fun watching Mullen dominate like this. He's putting on an absolute scoring clinic right now.
And Towns throws it down.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
Back to Maravich. Over Gervin. No good from Maravich.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
For Miami, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Back to Reed. Outside Mullen. Cunningham outside. What a play! simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that is massive. The three at the buzzer ties it up. And they'll go to the break the way we started, dead even.
It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so here is Houston. Pass to Smith. The kick out to Cunningham. Picked him clean. Inside. And it's slammed in by Gervin.
Explosive near the rack. Gervin, levitating, Iceman going upstairs.
And here's Maravich for three. And another three for Houston.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Mullen's shot is off. Miami trailing. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Drives to the hoop. Maravich with it. He's picked up by Roy. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Driving in. Going by Roy. And that one, good. And the Heat lead by 2.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Mullen. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this area.
Outside, Maravich. Miami grabs the miss. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. It's taken away by Smith. And here's the break. On up the court. And the dunk by Reed.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Second team foul. Substitution for your Rockets. Walker.
Right side, SGA. He gets it in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17.
A reliable option he's been tonight. He's their safety valve for sure.
Now Kessler. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Doncic. Kicks it out to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Off on the layup. Miami leading by 3. In the corner, Barrett with it. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The 3 for Doncic. The shot will not fall. And it's SGA in the corner. To the middle. Here's O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
Tyson Chandler grabs the board. The shot's good from Roy. And now it's a 9-point Heat lead.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ballgame right here.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain it.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. A different look for Miami. Houston trails by 11. Kessler the screen. Doncic looking it over. Looking to end the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Here's Mayo. Pass to Towns. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Doncic. Doncic explodes off the drive. What a slam!
Capable of slicing his way to the basket. All Doncic needs is a sliver.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. And Towns throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And it's Towns missing. Houston trails by 9. A 3 from Marley. It's hauled in by Barry.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And just under 7 feet, Ben Baker is a real presence in the paint. He's good at aggressively going for buckets and stopping his opponents from getting to the board.
Misses from close range. And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 10. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's the Heat on the break. DeMayo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mayo's got the lead up to 12 now for Miami.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Rockets making a change here. Now here's Teague. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going. Because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And so it's Miami going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Weak. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Heat leading by 10. Here's Gervin. Eaton grabs the miss. Marley with it. Now Mayo defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, when you watch Franz Wagner, Clark, what impresses you about the young forward?
His versatility and his motor are probably the 2 things that stand out. He does a lot of good things at both ends of the floor. And then you factor in, he takes great pride in playing the game, particularly when playing for his country and representing Germany. In 2023, when Germany played at the World Championship, he and his brother Mo were part of the winning team. Big-time slam by Dan Marley gave the defense no chance to stop that one.
Here's Barry. Pass to Towns. To the paint. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
There's the pick. The kick out to T. Houston moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Chambers. Back to Marley. Another shot. That's good on the jump shot. Marley's got 4 this quarter.
Hey, the moment Marley saw that pass coming his way, Thunder Dan was ready to rock and roll.
Here's Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, because you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
The kick out to T. Wagner outside. And finished off by Wagner.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
You need dance lessons.
swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He told his players he expects more from them at the line, saying, quote, keep drawing fouls, keep getting to the stripe. But when you do, you got to make it count. Not looking to give those freebies away. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Smith. Towns with the defensive effort.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
Houston trails by 6. To the inside.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of player. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Cunningham's shot is off. Well, Heat leading by 4. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Into the lineup for the Heat. Number 36, Tyson Chandler.
SGA with the ball. Nifty move. Rebound by Smith. Now Mullen. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. Here's Roy. Screen by O'Neal. Down low. They grab their own miss. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
He's lost his concentration in the second half, and we can see that in the turnovers piling up. Before the break, he had just 1. Now he's got a bunch.
Well, Heat leading by 4. With the crossover. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Count it!
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
SGA, the long shot, no good. Shoots. Layup, no good. The Heat leading by 4. No good there. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Got it to go.
Yes, sir. Cade Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
It's stolen by Smith. And it's Houston on the break.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And the word is out on Josh Smith being a gifted dunker. But that really speaks to his overall athleticism. He can run, and he'll do whatever it takes to get the best of him.
A great score. Roy just waiting for his moment.
And there's the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
And he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Now Harris. Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Smith. To take the lead. Reed a screen. And it's Smith penetrating. Throws it down. What an assist! And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's the drive. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Barrett. Puts it up from 12. Smith there for the rebound. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Outside, Maravich. Outside, Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Smith. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. Barrett! And an intentional foul right there.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. Important moment, a lot at stake. Able to keep his composure and deliver. Love it.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is what it comes down to. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
SGA fires! And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
I can't let up on these